Everyone and welcome for today's session. Today we are going to start with chapter 3, accounting principles. So first we'll go with the definition of accounting principles so as to make you understand what are they about. Meaning of accounting principles. These are the general guidelines for preparing accounting statements. These are the general guidelines. General means which can be easily applicable everywhere. These are the general guidelines or rules you may say which are to be followed while making the accounting statements. Accounting statement means the books of accounts. Or in other words, we can also say that trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet, these are known as accounting statements. So these accounting principles are providing us a guideline that how we are going to make the accounts. They are generally accepted accounting principles. They are generally acceptable because they can be easily applicable in almost all situations. So these are the rules and regulations which we have to keep in mind before making accounts. They bring about uniformity in making the accounts. They make the accounts easy to understand, and also we are able to compare between our own results and with the results of the other firms if we are making our accounts in the similar way as other people, other firms, other companies are making. So it's very important to follow one set of rules. Okay, now we are moving to the nature of accounting principles. We have certain elements which define the nature of accounting principles, that is, they are uniform set of rules. Their uniform set of rules means one rule for everyone. It is not like that in India we'll be making accounts in different format, in America we'll be making account in different format. It's not like that. Suppose if we have to debit an element, it will be debited here also, it will be debited in US also. So they are uniform, they bring about uniformity in accounting practices which makes the accounting easy to understand. Now the second important element is man-made. They are not made by nature, they are made by man on the basis of his experiences, historical preferences, and they are also not tested in laboratory. As scientific principles have been tested in laboratory, but we are not testing these principles in laboratory because they are socio, they are depending upon the society. So they can be different situations in different societies, so that we are not putting them in a strict format. They are flexible. The other point also explains that they are not rigid, they are flexible, they can be changed according to the situations, according to the government policies we can change our accounting principles, and according to the new techniques and inventions we can bring about amendments in the accounting principles. Now the fourth element is they are generally acceptable, because they are so widely used that they are generally acceptable. That as you may have seen that Microsoft is generally acceptable. Most of the people are using Android in their phones. So similarly, accounting principles are having a very wide use and they are generally accepted because they are very useful for making the accounts. Now what makes them generally acceptable? These are the three elements which makes the accounting principles generally acceptable. They should have relevance. Relevance means they should be useful to the user. They should have objectivity. It means they should be free from personal bias. There should be no element of partiality while making these principles. And they should have feasibility. That means they should be applicable without any complexity and very high cost. So these are the three elements which makes the accounting principles generally acceptable. If an accounting principle has these three elements, it can be generally acceptable. Now moving on to the need for accounting principles that I have written on this baby board. What is the need? Why do we require these accounting principles? Accounting principles are required to bring about uniformity in the presentation of accounts. Uniformity means there should be one standard. You can understand this with an example that if you get a report card, if your report card is entirely different, is printed in an entirely different form than your friend's report card, how you will be able to compare? For example, you are using percentage system in your report card and your friend is having grading system in your report card, then it will be very difficult to compare the results of the two children. So similarly, there has been one standard. For example, if you are having a report card in CBSE pattern, then every child, no matter he is living in which state of the country, he is living in which city of the country, he will be getting his mark sheet, his report card in the same format. He will be judged on a 100 marks paper. He will be having, even if it is a class 10th or class 12th, 5 essential subjects. So there is one standard which is to be followed to bring about uniformity. Similarly, in accountancy also, there has to be one standard, rules, a practice which has to be followed by everyone so that it brings about uniformity in the presentation of accounts, which makes the accounts easy to understand. Why this uniformity is required? In order to make the account easy to understand. And also comparability. If I am making my accounts in a different language and other people are making their accounts in different language, it will be very difficult to compare. What kind of comparison? Both. Intra-firm comparison also and inter-firm comparison also. So there has to be uniformity which will be brought down only by following the accounting principles. Okay, then consistency is being promoted by accounting principles. Consistency means similar practices. For example, if we are following one method in 1 year, then in the second year we are following the same method so that it is consistent. And it enhances the utility of accounts. If we follow the accounting principles, if we are making the accounts on the basis of guidelines, rules and regulations, they enhance the utility, the use of accounts. So these are the important elements which help us to make our accounts, and because of which there is a need for accounting principles to be followed. I hope that today's session is almost clear. So we will see you in the next session. Till then, take care.